Well, our MAC tournament's come and gone. We ended up placing 4th, which all in all, I was pretty happy with the result of our team. We ended up beating Northern Iowa and also Central Michigan, who we lost to during the regular year, so I was happy about that. In the process, we qualified 3 guys that earned automatic qualifications: Mike DePalma, Ian Miller, and then Mimo Lytle. I think the surprise there, I think for most people the surprise was Mike DePalma. I don't think it was a surprise for us at all. It was just a matter of him actually starting to wrestle with the ability that we know he has. And he did, and did a great job. Ended up beating 2 ranked kids in the process of taking a 3rd place. And real happy. Hopefully he's on track to where he was when he ended the season last year, and he can fight for an All-American spot at the national tournament coming up. After it's over, they then have a wild card process. With that wild card process, it's very similar to the basketball tournament. You get a bunch of people in a room trying to figure out the next guys that should qualify. And I think going into it, we felt that 5 was the number we should have, but we felt that with maybe some good things that happened, we could take 7. And I think going into the MAC tournament, my last blog I talked about, hey, if we have a great tournament, we could take 7, 8 guys. Ultimately, the 2 guys that got picked wild cards were Mac McGuire and Tyler Small, and the 2 guys that got left out were Caleb Marsh and Cole Baxter. And I don't know the exact rhyme or reason for how they chose the 2 guys they did. We thought Mac would get chosen for sure. The next 3 were kind of a wild card for who it was. I think if they didn't choose Small, they would have chose one of the other guys. But at some point, you look at a team like Kent and the kind of year we had, and they probably thought they deserved to have 7 guys there. And without earning it themselves, I think they said, all right, 5 is a pretty good number, and they kind of capped us off. So ultimately, after it's all said and done with, I thought 5 was a pretty fair number with the kind of season we had. Of course, you would have liked 2 other guys to go or other guys to earn the spot. But ultimately, that's why wrestling is one of the best sports in the world, is because it's all up to you and how you perform, as you're going to get rewarded for it. And we had 2 guys that didn't perform very well at the MAC tournament, Caleb Marsh and Cole Baxter, and because of that, they didn't qualify. So at this point, the next thing we're going to look to do is just get some All-Americans out of it. We got 5 opportunities for guys to be All-Americans. Ian Miller, he was the 7th seed in the bracket, and is that high, that low? I don't think it's really about being high or low in the seed. It's about who you think you're going to pair up against. And the guys he matches up against with, if everything works itself out, we're real happy with. It's the kind of kids that we hoped he'd wrestle. There's some tougher kids on the other side of the bracket that we don't think are very good matchups for Ian. So it's, in our opinion, the best place he could be going into the tournament for having a chance of being a national champ. And with him, that's his goal. That's our goal for him. For the other guys, I think the goal is to try to work your way into becoming an All-American position. All these guys will be back next year, so wherever they fall or however well they succeed, they're always going to be able to have another year to improve on that next year. But like I said, going into our last week of the year, I'm excited for the guys that have qualified, and I'm just hoping they go out and wrestle their best and have a little bit of good luck.